Sadia clutched her daughter's small hand as they shuffled forward in the long, impatient line at Karachi airport. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, reflecting off the polished floors, but all she could feel was the ache in her feet and the heaviness in her chest. Her little girl, Amina, tugged at her dupatta with restless fingers, her round eyes scanning the kiosks filled with snacks and bright drinks. "Mama, can I have juice? Please." Amina's voice was soft, almost pleading. Sadia forced a smile, brushing her daughter's hair back from her forehead. "Not now, Jan. We'll get some later." The truth stung. Her purse carried nothing but a few crumpled rupees, barely enough for emergencies. She tightened her grip on Amina's hand, hoping the child wouldn't notice the weariness hiding beneath her smile. Behind them, a family bustled loudly with laughter, their suitcases brand new, their clothes crisp. Sadia glanced down at her own shoes, scuffed at the toes, the soles thinning. She straightened her dupatta, trying to hold on to dignity. She had fought too hard, endured too much, to let anyone see the cracks in her strength. Her heart beat faster as she looked toward the departure screens. This journey was not leisure, it was survival. She had borrowed money for this ticket, taken on extra shifts just to afford the trip, praying it would open new doors for her daughter's future. For Sadia, the airport wasn't about adventure or excitement. It was about sacrifice, the kind a mother made when love was her only wealth. Armin adjusted the cuff of his tailored navy blue suit, the gold of his watch glinting faintly under the airport lights. Around him, businessmen checked their phones, families gathered in chatter, but he felt oddly still, as though the world had slowed down. His boarding pass was clutched loosely in his hand, his eyes unwilling to move from the woman just a few feet away. Sadia. He had not spoken her name in years, but the sound of it rushed back to him like a forbidden prayer. She stood in line, her shoulders squared as if holding the weight of the world, her dupatta slipping every so often as she bent to soothe the little girl clinging to her side. There was something both familiar and unfamiliar about her. She was still the girl who once laughed with him under the mango trees of their village, but life had etched itself into the lines of her face, softening her beauty into something far deeper, far stronger. Armin's chest tightened. He remembered the day he left Pakistan, penniless but determined, her father's harsh words ringing in his ears. "You cannot take care of my daughter with empty promises." He had sworn then that he would return a man worthy of her love. And he had done it, more than done it. He was now the CEO of one of the fastest growing companies in Dubai, a millionaire by every measure. Yet, in this moment, all the wealth in the world meant nothing. Because the woman he had built it all for, didn't even know he was there. The announcement crackled over the loudspeakers, flight to Dubai delayed by 2 hours. A groan rippled through the waiting hall, passengers dispersing with rolling suitcases and weary expressions. Sadia guided Amina toward an empty row of chairs near the large glass windows overlooking the runway. She smoothed her daughter's hair and adjusted her dupatta, her touch tender despite her tired eyes. Amina curled up on her lap, her small body instantly seeking comfort, her lashes fluttering as sleep overtook her. Armin sat across the hall, but every muscle in his body urged him closer. He watched silently, his heart caught between past and present. The sight of Sadia holding her daughter pierced him deeper than he expected. He remembered her as a teenager, her books pressed against her chest as she complained about exams, her laughter echoing through summer evenings. She had once dreamed aloud of becoming a teacher, of shaping little minds. Now here she was, not a teacher, but a mother shaping one small life alone. The child's shoes caught his attention, worn, scuffed, too small for growing feet. He clenched his jaw. In his world of polished leather and chauffeured cars, he had forgotten what real struggle looked like. Yet here it was, sitting in front of him, wrapped in quiet dignity. Armin's chest tightened with regret. If only I had fought harder back then, if only I had taken her with me. 10 years of success suddenly felt hollow, because the one person he had built it all for was sitting just out of reach, unaware of how deeply he still belonged to her. Sadia felt the weight of someone's gaze before she even looked up. When her eyes lifted, she froze. There he was, Armin. The name thundered in her chest like a drumbeat. For a moment, she forgot the crowd, the noise, even the little girl sleeping in her lap. His face had changed. Sharper jawline, neatly combed hair, a confidence that came only with time and success, but those eyes, those were the same. Deep, steady, and achingly familiar. Her lips parted in disbelief. Armin. The word trembled out, fragile, as if saying it might shatter the moment. He stepped closer, a faint smile pulling at his lips. It's been a long time, Sadia. His voice was richer now, deeper, but still carried the gentleness she remembered. Before she could gather herself, Amina stirred, rubbing her eyes. Mama, who is he? She asked, her small voice curious. Sadia's heart clenched. She wanted to say nobody, to protect the fragile walls she had built around her life. But her throat closed. Armin crouched down to Amina's level, his expensive suit folding easily as if none of it mattered. His voice softened, almost reverent. Just someone who knew your mama, a very long time ago. Sadia's pulse raced. The distance of years, the silence of heartbreak, the reality of her struggles, all collided in that single look they exchanged. He hadn't forgotten, and in her heart, though she tried to deny it, neither had she.